I am Dr. Joy Verghese, Director in Hepatology and Transplant Hepatology in Gleneagles Global Hospital, Chennai. Nowadays, the liver disease is rapidly increasing. Earlier, everyone knows about the cardiac disease will play a major role, and we will more concentrate on cardiac disease. But the recent literature shows in 2030, the liver disease will be the number one in world to cause the morbidity as well as the mortality. 15 years ago, if you are going for the scan and if it shows the fatty liver, even doctor itself they say it is a normal, so no need to worry about the fatty liver, it is a common finding. But at the same time now, if we all know fatty liver is not a common finding, it is a disease. The fatty liver can occur even in alcohol consumption, or even if you are a teetotaler, we will get the fatty liver. There is no gender variation or the age difference. Even we are seeing the fatty liver in young people, even in athletes also sometimes we are noticing the fatty liver and the teetotaler. The fatty liver slowly will change the liver into the cirrhosis and also the liver cancer. In our center, 1/3 of the liver transplant, the reason is the fatty liver. But the good message is, it is not like a cardiac disease. It won't cause any problem immediately. It is a slowly progressing disease. The fatty liver to turn to the liver cirrhosis, it will take minimum 15 to 20 years. If you know, okay, it is the fatty liver, by doing the exercise and the lifestyle modification, it will revert back to the normal liver. This message is very important. Irrespective of the gender, irrespective of the age, if our ultrasonogram report shows fatty liver, we have to approach the doctor. We have to come to know why we have the fatty liver. Diabetic people, they will get the fatty liver due to excessive sugar will convert into our body as a fat droplets. High cholesterol individual, they will get the fatty liver because of the high cholesterol deposition in the liver. Similarly, obesity, BMI is more than 30, most of the people will have the fatty liver. Thyroid disease will cause the fatty liver. Alcohol consumption will cause, even though they are thin individual, even though they don't have diabetes or anything, the toxin per se will cause fatty liver. So we have to assess why we have the fatty liver, and we have to identify the risk factor. We have to go for specific management. So without any investigation, very difficult to identify the individual have the fatty liver, because the fatty liver will not cause any symptom to anyone. So the patients will be fine. So they won't come to us unless otherwise they are going for the routine scan, then it will identify fatty liver, then we have to go for a risk assessment. If we are correcting the risk, then completely over the period of 6-month time, the fatty liver will revert back to the normal liver. If we ignore the fatty liver, as I earlier told that, it will take 15 to 20 years to develop the fatty liver to the liver cirrhosis. So whoever we are seeing nowadays in our practice with the cirrhosis due to the fatty liver, most of the individuals are almost more than 55 or 60 years age. So if you go back, most of their scan, even 5 years before or 10 years before itself will show fatty liver. Asians, we are more prone to get the fatty liver because of the genetic issues. So we are more prone to get diabetes. This diabetes is the main cause of the fatty liver. So by knowing, understanding the fatty liver, by reducing the carbohydrate diet. So the rich carbohydrate diet will cause the fatty liver, like rice, potato, sweets, snacks. This kind of the rice based, all the snacks we have to avoid, and regular walking, 1 hour per day. Weekly 5 days is more than enough to keep our liver healthy. Second, I wish to tell few points about the liver cancer. Earlier days, whenever the liver cancer, if you are identifying, so immediately we'll say, okay, it is a terminal stage, so there is no much treatment. But nowadays, if someone identifies the liver cancer, we have to go to the liver center, because which have the facility, not only the medical management, surgical. There are experts for the liver. There are the expertise for the interventional radiologist. So we have to approach the expertise. That time, if it is a small tumor in the liver cancer, it is completely curable, either by the resection or by liver transplantation. Sometimes if it is inoperable, the patient is not a candidate for curable, there are better alternatives called palliative therapy. There is called transarterial chemoembolization, TACE. So interventional radiologists will do, they will give the chemotherapy not as a systemic route, like angiogram, they will selectively cannulate, they will go into the liver and they will inject the chemotherapy into the tumor. The tumor will go for necrosis. So that is called TACE therapy. So there are nowadays, the literature shows many advancement in the liver cancer. So once the liver cancer comes, we should not take ourselves, okay, it is a terminally ill stage and there is no treatment in the worldwide. So we have operated for a liver cancer 7 years ago, still the patient is well, and the recent scan shows there is no recurrence. So it is almost cured, it's possible. Similarly, resectable tumor also, we can remove it. And sometimes the palliative therapy, what I told, still that also giving the good lifespan. Somehow the patient, it is doing good job for the patients are alive for 3 years. So the liver cancer, if you know, so we have to approach which center has the speciality for to deal the liver cancers. Then alcohol, whenever the common question the people will ask, whenever, not all alcoholic people will get the liver problem. Only 15 to 20% of the people will get a liver disease. Why not others? And how to know whether I am drinking alcohol, whether I will get into the liver problem or not. If you consume alcohol, it is 99%, it is totally metabolized by the liver. The liver metabolism shows the alcohol will finally, end product is the CO2 and water, only the water and the carbon dioxide. For this metabolism, number of enzymes are involving. To metabolize the alcohol, it will go to acetaldehyde, then acetic acid and CO2 and water. If genetically, if there is any defect in this enzyme, one of the enzymes, then the metabolism will not be proper, then the toxic product will accumulate and it will lead to the first fatty liver, then cirrhosis and finally liver cancer also. So we can't do any genetic assessment to know whether I will get the liver problem or not, but we have to know 15 to 20%. That means if 5 people are drinking, out of these 5, 1 will get a liver disease. The remaining 4, even they are drinking, because of their enzymes, whatever involved in the metabolism, it will be perfect, so they won't get the liver problem. So please don't compare with others, because I am seeing patients every day. The patients, they will compare with their friends. So he is drinking more, but he is not getting problem. I am. But if you see, that time I am seeing even the 25 years old young gentleman coming with a liver cirrhosis and going for liver transplant. So they will say the family member, so we are seeing some patients are taking more than 70, 80 years also, they are not getting problem. As I already told, this totally involved in the metabolisms within the liver. It involved number of liver enzymes, so no one knows who will get the problem. At the same time, up to the 70% of the liver damage we won't get any symptom. That is the big drawback. So even 5% damage, 10% damage, there is no test to assess. Nowadays, the FibroScan is available. I will recommend to go for FibroScan. It will indirectly say how much cells already dead within the liver. So the FibroScan is one of the good tool like ultrasonogram, but it is not it is a different scan to predict the fibrosis within the liver. So better avoiding the alcohol is the good, and particularly the females, whatever the enzyme I told for metabolism, it is comparatively lesser in female than the male. So even they are taking a small quantity just for fun, there is more prone to get for the liver problem, liver cirrhosis. Then the liver transplantation. Nowadays the liver transplantation is most of the centers are doing. 10 years ago, liver transplantation means the question will come whether it is a successful or not. But nowadays the liver transplantation is a successful surgery. But we should not do the transplant to all liver disease. We have to know which patient will fail. They can't get improvement by medical therapy. So if medical therapy fails, then only the surgical option, liver transplantation, we have to offer. The liver transplantation mostly for the liver cirrhosis, that is called decompensated. They will get a fluid in the tummy, they will get the leg swelling, sometimes they will get the blood vomiting or blood in the motion. That is called encephalopathy. They will get a confusion, altered behavior. So night time they won't sleep, daytime they feel excessive sleep. These all some of the indication to say they are going to the end stage liver disease. Usually liver cirrhosis will grade it A grade, B, C. A grade means the beginning, B is advanced, C is too advanced. This staging, everything is based on the patient's blood test and their clinical appearance. So if it is already reached C stage, almost 85% of the liver is not working. That time remaining the 55% of the liver, very difficult to lead a normal life. That time we have to advise to go for the liver transplantation. So we are doing the living donor option. Living donor means the relative family member who is medically fit to donate. They can donate part of the liver to their beloved one. Normally liver is the good organ to regenerate. To remove, even if you are removing 70% of the liver, normally liver, the weight approximately will be more than 1 kg in adult. If a person has 100 gram or 1 kg of the liver, even if you are removing 700 gram, the remaining 300 gram is more than enough to lead their normal life without any problem, because the 300 gram within 1 month again will go to 1000 gram. This is the nature. So because the liver has the property to regenerate, so the living donor option is possible. Potentially they are medically fit. We can give the 50 or 60% of the liver to their beloved one. So they will get a life and their liver also will regenerate within 1 month. Sometimes if there is no donor in the family, then only the cadaver organ. After brain death, they will donate the organ to the government. So there is a registry. So they whoever registered, it will come according to their seniority. So like a kidney transplant, the liver also they will get allocation. They can get a life by the deceased donor liver transplant. So apart from this kind of the deceased and living, even in pediatric 3 years old, we can use the small segment. Sometimes the patient will come to the 2 organ failure. Liver failure will be there, kidney failure will be there. That time we have to do the combined liver and kidney transplant. So if you ask me what about the success, I can say if you are choosing the ideal candidate, not very sick. If you are taking a very high risk, very sick patient, very sick means the patient already in ICU, sometimes they will be on the ventilator support or the dialysis support. That time the success will be 80% or 75% I can say. If the patient has the isolated organ failure, only liver cirrhosis, rest of the organs all are working very well, that time the success will go up to 85 to even 90% success to get the completely, they will get a cure.